Coming to you live from the Poison Point studio, it's Neo!
That wasn't supposed to happen. Good evening, my esteemed watchers, and welcome to another episode of Poison Points. Sorry, everybody. I am doing a bunch of new things, and getting the timing down has been absolutely atrocious. I've been practicing all morning, but if there's one thing I don't have, it's rhythm. Yes, thank you for the hydrate, Wisp, and welcome on in, everybody. I hope that, everything worked together in a nice and comfortable and orderly fashion. Hello, ID, thank you for the raid. Is it, I don't know how to say the first part of your name, but Shuga. Thank you for the resub, Soul. Thank you for the follow, Luna, Drifter, Megatroid, Witchy Teacup, Monica, Patchy Poachy, A Man for All, Mr. Cool, Lofi Kit, CO is not Pog, Ice Coco. Got a lot of follows while I was offline, so thank you, everybody. By the way, how is my volume? I noticed that I'm actually very quiet for some reason, and I've been working on improving the audio quality for everybody. Does it sound okay? Does it work out? Volume is solid? Okay. Not anywhere too high, too low. If I begin to laugh, I might peak here and there. Alright. It was quiet compared to the intro and music. Okay. I'm just worried because earlier I turned it up, but then the everything else peaked. So, you know what? I'll just have to fix it later. I could turn down all of that intro stuff. So, which, by the way, that intro line was recorded by the one and only Ben Soulstone, who is one of my best friends, and he has been doing a lot of work for me in terms of voiceovers. So if you want to have anything voiced by him, which he does an amazing killer Carl Weezer, I definitely recommend that you go and give him a check out. Yes. By the way, I usually do this, more often. Oh, where are my redeems at? Everything's breaking. I think I just have too many things happening all at once. Let's see here. Let's dissect the issue, shall we? That is wrong. Alright, I guess that's broken for right now. I apologize for that not working. I had it up momentarily, or not momentarily, a moment ago. Everything was flawless, but thank you to glitch.exe and the Zykes for the follow. I think you should test the audio by kissing Pinch. Well, Pinch, if you're in the audience today, actually listening to me today, just for you. Here. There we go. The Esquire Zykes. Perfect audio kiss. Wonderful. You were called out because I'm kissing you. I'm testing out the audio for EO. Oh gosh, there are so many new faces to greet today. Chance, you can barely see it behind me under my armpit here. You'll see me better, or you'll be seen better when I'm sitting down. Congratulations on getting first. Thank you for stopping on by. Wisp, Lunar, blah blah. Dragon Thunder, ID 10 of course. Soul, thank you for the sub. Yo, Raucus, Zero Eyes with the X, I like that name. Zen Paladin, and I think that is everybody up at the top there. Spyro, I see you there as well. I think I've gotten Tyler the Dreamer, or Tyler Dreamer, I should say, and Soma, yes, and Glitch. Yes, thank you guys so much for stopping on by. You can see in the title below, at least I think I've got it working. We have, well, our esteemed little guest. Oh, don't tell me you're not going to work this time. Guest? Oh goodness. It really did break everything, didn't it? What is wrong? that's running. What if I can I cancel this queue? Let's clear the queue and see what happens. Guest. There we go. That now it works. That works just fine. Of course, is Lore, and she is very wonderfully comfortably sitting in the back while I brush up all of my introductions. Thank you for the hydrate, Chibi. So, for those of you that don't know, I am a purple poison dart frog, and this purple poison dart frog is extremely toxic, but I do have a Discord that you should join. I definitely recommend it. We have a bunch of cool creators in there, and I am working on making more events happen. I know I said that a few weeks ago and kind of fell off, but now I'm going to be working on doing more community things together with other people. So if you want to be a part of that, you can go ahead and enter through the Discord there. I also, if you are a sub of the channel, either whether you're gifted or just regularly subbed, and you are connected to your Discord on Twitch, you can actually see who the next guest will be in advance, which I don't actually have set up yet. That will be done momentarily after this stream. Don't worry about it. Just a lot of things to do. You can also follow me on my socials. That should pop up. Socials? Yeah, there we go. YouTube.com, Irisu. TikTok, also right there. I made sure to do as much as I could to make it all work out. Yeah, I wonder who that'll be. Yeah, we have no idea. I don't know if there's anything I'm forgetting. There's a chance that I am. I always do forget at least one thing. That's the Irisu Python way. But regardless, is everybody ready to bring in our esteemed Lore today? I know a lot of people here have been excited to see and to have me interview them. So, this the Satyress goddess. There, we've got a few people excited. I'm gonna hydrate really fast because talking is my strong suit, but water keeps me talking, so. For the forest, let's go. Okay. Hopefully I got this set up right. This is the first time you get to see this format, so here we go.
Is that like how... Alright, that's 2 deaths, please. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. Da, 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 da.
Why are you like this?
No, look at my stream with the hand tracking.
No, Laura, I think you need to adjust your mic. You should move it back and forth a little.
Oh no!
No! Oh no! Oh no!
3 fucking I loaded! I loaded and I died!
Introducing our guest for this evening. It is none other than Lorelei. It didn't work. I worked so hard to set that up and it didn't work.
Oh, it's okay.
It's fine. It's fine. You are truly in your ghost form. So.
Uh-oh, wait, am I gone? Aw, darn it.
You've pulled up. You're here. I've made sure of it.
Yay!
Yes. Welcome on in, Laura. Thank you for stopping on by.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Sometimes when I'm just, wandering the ether, being dead and all, it's nice to have a lovely interview and spend time with a lovely person such as yourself.
Thank you very much. Also, I think you were very quiet there. I need to ask chat because I have messed with things. I'm sure they could hear you. But how is everything sounding? Totally fine.
Wow.
We're good. We're
wow.
Good.
Sound test. Wow.
We're double checking. I'm adjusting the volume. Okay, perfect. So So I have
Alright.
a system in place. I always have like the perfect sliders on everything, but for this one stream, I had to change it, and that messed up my flow. So as long as
You're
we're
welcome.
good. Oh, thank you very much.
I got you.
Well, Laura, you
Yeah.
are sitting here today with me because I have definitely not drugged you with any poison and not forced you against your will to sit across from me and answer some questions.
You know, being a ghost, this is not the first time I've been held down by chains. I'm just saying.
Yes, but let's change the imagery. The chains this time is a very, very comfortable bar seat.
Oh, yes.
That you don't want to get up from.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, perfect. There we go. All right. Well, you all saw from that intro, Lorelei is a little bit of a goober.
Goober is a good term, yes.
Of course, we all live by that term.
Yes.
What do you do, Laura? What is your main form of content creation?
Well, yes. So, first and foremost, hi chat! Hi chat! I love you guys. Thank you guys for being here. I am Lorelei Sylvanas. I'm your friendly neighborhood ghost Satyress. I am a variety streamer. I tend to stream mostly video games, and I do art as well. I consider myself a little bit of an artiste. As far as games go, I'm huge on first-person shooters. I really like roguelike games. You can always catch me playing Binding of Isaac. And adventure games. Like Spyro the Dragon was actually one of my favorite games ever, and the whole reason I even know what a satyr and a faun are. Thank you, childhood.
And there you go. Yes, if you have not already, by the way, you should all follow Lorelei. Let me get all these shout-outs in place, because the one thing that is not a feature of my bot is automatically shouting you out with a command. It just doesn't exist. It's not real.
Right.
At least, maybe I'm dumb and I just haven't done it yet.
No, I'm in the same boat. It's just shout out exclamation point SO your name. There, done.
Yeah, there we go.
Until they make an Autobot, that would be fantastic.
Oh, now this is just rude. I was already following you. There's no way. I hit that button. God damn it.
No, okay, real talk though. That happened to me the other day with another channel. Is like, I've rated this person before. I know I've followed you. Then why is it saying I haven't followed you? So I feel that pain. It's the worst.
Yeah,
You're like, I swear I'm your friend.
I can't believe I was betrayed by the one thing that is purple. There's one thing in this life that I should relate to. It should be that. It should be Twitch in that logo.
Right. No, Twitch betrays us all. It's okay.
Bleble wants to know, do you Binding of Isaac car, though?
Yes, there's a mod in Binding of Isaac where you get to be a car.
Oh my
and
goodness.
Whenever I finish up my streams and I'm getting ready to be done, I'll always finish the night with a car run. It's the stupidest thing, but it makes me laugh every time.
See, I have never been a big fan of the game until I found out that extreme modding is real, and that game has ridiculous mods.
Oh, it's insane. I love the community. Having that many mods and just the care and patience people have. The fact that there's a mod that adds like 1,000 new monsters or something crazy like that. For somebody who's been playing since the mid-2010s, it is so refreshing to basically have a brand new game all over again. Because I always played it on consoles. I never played it on PC until I started streaming. So the possibilities are officially endless, and I cannot be happier.
Yeah, that is the power of modding. Something
Hell
that,
yeah.
like, old games are nice, and, sometimes you'll get an old game that is modded, modernly. But
Right.
it is the game that's like, okay, I've played this a couple hundred times. It's time to give me something new.
Yeah, exactly. And since I don't think they're planning any more DLC, to my knowledge, the modding community is going to keep this game going for decades. I can already tell. It's
I
so
mean,
nice.
you never know with Binding of Isaac, because wasn't it that people thought the game was going to end previously? And then they released Rebirth, whatever it is, Afterbirth, I don't even know anymore.
Yep. No, you're right. Rebirth, Afterbirth, and then Repentance is what it's at now.
Goodness.
And I think that's the final one. Well, so they say.
Yeah, quote unquote, knock on wood, we don't know.
Yes. But yeah, those are my go-tos. I'm currently making my way through Spider-Man, the PS4 Spider-Man, getting ready for the new Spider-Man 2 to come out, because
Yes.
so excited!
I have not really dabbled in Spider-Man games since the PS2, but that one is making me want to purchase a PS5 and play all of them over again.
I will say, the PS2, like the movie Spider-Man 2, is that the one that you played?
Yes.
I have not played any Spider-Man games since Spider-Man 2 that gives you that same magical feeling of web slinging as the Insomniac Spider-Man. So if you were a big fan on Spider-Man 2 like I was, the Insomniac Spider-Man games will be right up your alley.
Oh yes, I played that game to death. I actually owned the GameCube version, I believe, because they made 2 of them. They had, goodness gracious, like it was the one with the really, really good web slinging, of course, and then there.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, I am messing that up. So it is the PS2 one, and then there's the one on GameCube, which is terrible, by the way. It's awful. But I have a soft spot in my heart for that one because it was a goofy game, and I love goofy games. So.
No, exactly. Trust me. There's games that I go back on and have fond memories, and I play them. I'm like, oh god. Ooh, poor kid me. Didn't know the truth. Ouch.
Uncle Ben, what happened? GameCube.
GameCube, why? Why would you betray me like this? Why?
Well, that's wonderful to hear. I'm glad that, you're experiencing these games. You get to have the good Spider-Man. And
yes.
I can't wait to see you play it.
Oh, man. I can't
get
wait.
ready for 2, I should say.
Oh, I can't wait. Yeah, I'm playing 1 on stream again. I played it when it came out, but as soon as 2 hits, I'm going to be streaming like 24/7 because I'm not going to want to stop playing that game.
That's fair. Oh, Zero Eyes, starting off with a beginning question. What's the story behind how you made your OnlyFans website? And who gave you such a hilarious idea?
I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It's OnlyFans instead of OnlyFans. And it's literally just, it was my pun from what I remember. I don't know, it's been an inside joke for so long. But I finally this year I purchased the web domain for onlyfans.com, and it actually does redirect to my my Twitch page.
Oh my goodness.
I am actually working on it to make it into a promotional site, kind of like a card. And then there is one more site that is in the works, which I will not say what it is, but it'll be another site meant for Lorelei Sylvanus. Yes, onlyfans.com.
See, ID actually posted that and then got struck down by Automod.
Oh, naughty ID.
See,
for shame, breaking the computer.
It's funny that you brought up OnlyFans because the topic of Only Frogs came up at one point on my stream, and
yes!
Unfortunately, that domain is far, far more expensive than you would imagine.
Ooh.
We're talking like $500 to purchase that thing.
Holy sheesh. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah. Oh, yeah, for some reason it doesn't work if the W's are in front. We need to figure that out, because I don't know how to make a website. I'm a ghost, okay? Make all your old lady jokes about I don't get the internet and technology like you whippersnappers do.
Yeah, I would own that Only Frogs website. I'm telling you right now. Like, that would be for me. And you know what? The same picture of the same toad every single day.
Hell yes, yes.
And then, like, for whatever, how much, like, I'll charge you $100 for an extra picture. You know, definitely make sure that I price gouge all of y'all for that spicy content.
Of course. One of these days, I will definitely be having hoof pics available. Wink.
Ooh. You have me pogging right now. I'm excited for that.
Heck
one.
yeah. Stay tuned, everyone.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm always ready. I am, as the name, well, not the name, the brand suggests, I'm always watching. I always keep an eye out everywhere, so.
Oh, ara ara.
Oh, goodness. Now I'm,
All right, goodbye, everybody.
Yeah,
we
that's
have
it.
some private time to take care of. Bye.
That was the stream. 50-minute break. It sounds good enough.
Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah.
All right, well, I have some questions that I'd like to ask you, Laura. Questions that come from a guest that was on not 2 weeks ago, actually, from Banshee Boo.
Okay. Gotcha.
Banshee Boo wanted to know, and this is a doozy of a question, I'll have you know. Are you happy at where you currently are in your VTubing career? And if not, what is the one thing you'd like to change to further improve on all of your goals?
Oh my god. Throw in a heck of a question to start with. So, I would say yes and no. I love streaming. I absolutely adore it. I did have to take a break in May and June for a bit, just due to some mental health that I was kind of working on and getting past some struggles that I was doing. But I have been streaming since March of 2022, and I couldn't be happier. The fact that more than just one person wants to watch me do stupid gremlin stuff, stupid goober stuff, is like an incredible feeling. So far, I love what I do because I like being a variety streamer. I don't feel tied down to one thing in particular. I do have plans on growth. I would love to try. So I actually set a personal goal for myself. I want to try to get 500 followers by the end of fall and 700 by the end of the year. Do I think I can do it? I don't know, because I do this so casually, and it's very much just something that I do because I love it, and it just feels right. I'm very bad at promotion. So I'm kind of in the, well, do I really want to, like, promote myself like I'm almost an object or like something to sell people? Or do I just want to continue to have fun and kind of naturally gain people? You know what I mean? I would say overall, I'm very happy where I'm at. More growth would be great, but I think most people who love streaming and do what we do could say the same. But just having active people in chat hanging out with me while I do stupid shit, that's an incredible feeling. I can't lie. This is what I was born to do.
Yes, I definitely think the best path of growth is always the one of just being yourself. And you know, that promotion, it always comes. Like, right, you'll make a short or a video, you'll post what you did, the art that you made. People will begin to talk about it. It will happen.
Yes.
I think that you can fight against the tide that is X.
X.
the big evil X.
Oh my god. I'm so tired of X Twitter being such a pain in the butt. But hey, I've made it this far, right?
Yeah, we always make it happen. Whatever it takes, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. You can't stop this ghost from doing shenanigans. Even if Twitter or X explodes, I'm always going to be around.
Yeah, but X gonna give it to you. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, X gonna give it to you.
Unfortunately. I wish they didn't. I wish they gave it to us, you know, normally, presented to us through mail, perhaps. I don't know.
Yeah. I need a certified letter, thank you.
And a formal invitation, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me RSVP to any of the changes Elon Musk keeps making without my consent.
Oh, goodness. You probably don't want that.
Yeah, I'll just deny I'll be like RSVP, be like, no, thank you. I keep old website. Thank you, bye.
We're done with that for now. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah, they still do have that extension where you can still use like old Twitter.
Oh.
Though it's a little strange. I haven't really played with it since I'm lazy. Too lazy to set it up. So
Yeah, same. Same boat.
a procrastinator after my own heart.
Yeah, yes, of course.
Let's go.
2 peas in a pod.
You know, I was thinking about this. They have this Twitch group, called Monster Girls. Unfortunately, I don't think I qualify as a Monster Girl, but
Oh.
I want to make a VTuber group that is just the procrastinators.
I could go in both. As you
Yeah.
can see, I am a monster girl, and I am also a major procrastinator. So let's do this.
Yeah, big
We'll
win.
merge.
Procrastinator Monster Girls.
Yes, yeah. Perfect. Perfection. It'll never get off the ground, though. I hate to spoil it for you guys, but we're not going to get very far. Sorry.
I actually typed the name. I just never actually started it up. No.
Yeah.
I'm also like 40 viewers shy of partner, which you need to be a partner in order to make one of those
Yeah.
groups. So,
But hey, congrats. You're getting there. That's amazing.
I mean, you are a purple poison dart frog. This is true. But where is the line? What makes me a monster girl or a normal girl? I mean, we're all VTubers, and VTubers are kind of like part animal, part.
Yeah,
being.
yeah. No, trust me. I had a very long discussion about this a while back ago because everybody goes into, well, where's the line between monster girl and furry? You know what I mean? Like anthro. It's like, well, I think it kind of cuts the line when the face starts looking more animalistic than human.
This is fair. Yeah, I don't got those frog cheeks. I don't got honestly, frogs don't have a lot of facial features. I mean, I sort of, I have the tongue-ish. Sort
Yeah.
of.
Blah.
But I got the markings on my arms and the claws that are definitely frogs. That's definitely a frog thing. I promise.
You're like a stage 1 anamorph.
Yeah.
You're like you're like the person just about to turn into the dart frog. Step 1.
Oh goodness! Now everyone's going to make that like. I remember. I remember that someone did that for me, but it wasn't even close. If I say turtles are better than frogs, do I get banned? No. Toads, on the other hand, listen. Toads, they ate, but they gonna backstab you. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we don't talk about toads here.
Yeah, I'll give you gentle back scratches before I backstab you. That's just the way
it is. Sounds great.
Well, Lore, I want to take it a step back from well, I guess we're already from the Monster Girls. Why did you become a VTuber? How did you get from where you were to where we see you now today?
So, funny story. I've always loved artwork. I've been drawing since I was a wee little fawnlet, with my crayons and paper. But I actually wanted to get into YouTubing for a while there. The art YouTuber scene, usually where people either they're just hand cams or even they have like a PNG. The way I hear a lot of people refer to it is like Saberspark, if you're familiar with that YouTuber, where several different images and it just edits between them with your voice clips. I actually had like my own self, like the person behind the VTuber self, drawn up, ready to go, all this. And then I realized a couple things. One, the art community on YouTube is extremely toxic. I used to do some live YouTuber stuff back in the day, and the comment section is very cruel, very mean, no matter what you do. And with the art community being as toxic as it was starting to become, I kind of got afraid. I was like, I want to put my art out there. I want to share me, a part of me, but I don't think I could handle the cruelty that kind of comes with that domain. So I kind of put it off. I told a couple friends that, hey, I was planning on doing this, but I don't know if I'll do it anymore. And one of them was like, hey, so I haven't told anybody this, but I started VTubing through an app. And then eventually I moved on to Twitch. Maybe consider that, because that way you don't have to worry about showing anything to IRL or too much of you. You don't have to worry about it being tied back to like anything IRL face because you're a new person. And I was like, hey, that's a good idea. And the funny thing is, the first 6 months of VTubing, I did 2 art streams because I fell in love with just playing games with everybody on stream. But now I do try to fluctuate between doing both art streams and my video game streams. When I just kind of feel like it. But again, variety, I kind of do whatever I feel like. And everybody so far who has been following and watching me has been so supportive, which is an incredible feeling. Knowing that people are there for you and not just because they want to see you play Genshin Impact or Spider-Man or, draw a doodle. That's like the best feeling of all of this. So long story short, wanted to be a VTuber, or be a YouTuber, said, fuck that shit, and accidentally found my way here.
And there you have it. Listen, I don't know what it is about VTubers, but there's like this, honestly, the best way I could put it is like this gang mentality, where when you're in, your brothers and sisters will. Oh, if someone's messing with you, I'm gonna fuck them up for you, sis.
It's true, though. It's so true. It's like, when this is the Olive Garden, bitch, when you hear your family.
She said no pickles.
Yeah.
But it's the
Oh my
community.
God.
It's the whole community. It's wild.
It really is. It's incredible. It really is such a great feeling. And I wouldn't trade it for the world. I've been loving being here.
Yeah, I feel you. It's had its up and downs, but for the most part, I wouldn't trade it for the world, honestly.
Yes, absolutely.
I just can't imagine myself like, oh, I'm done. All right, I'm not doing this anymore. We're just going to do, whatever now. I'm a flesh tuber.
Right. Yep.
Look at me go. There I am. Now I have to put on makeup and actually wear
Oh my
underwear.
God. Yes, thank you. Do you know how many times I stream without pants on? It's like, I don't want to put on pants. This is awful.
Look, I'm wearing clothes right here, obviously.
Oh! Well, I mean, okay, to be fair, I wear a skirt, so
That's
cough,
fair.
cough.
Yeah,
And I got my hooves, my fluffy hooves and legs.
and the claws. I've talked about my claws, so.
Yes.
Now, did you have the name Lorelei back when you were doing YouTube stuff, or did that come gradually later for you?
No. So I mentioned a little bit earlier, I was introduced to Fawns and Satyrs through Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage back when I was a wee little... when I was a wee little fawn, not knowing what I was, cough cough. And that ignited like love and for this mythological creature. And of course, as I got older, you learn about Greek mythology and things like that. The name Lorelei has been a name that, fun fact, this is going to age me a little bit, but one of the first anime I ever watched when I was younger was Saber Marionette J. And there is a character named Lorelei who is kind of like this mythical being. Like, we don't know if she actually exists. But essentially the Earth, there's only men on Earth, and they've all been cloned from famous figures in history. And there is no women left except for essentially cyborgs. But they find out that there's this one woman left, the only woman left in existence, and her name is Lorelei, and she lives on the moon. But it's kind of a fairy tale. But I just fell in love with that name. And for a couple decades, every time I would draw a satyr, a satress or a fawn, I would just name it Lorelei. And I was originally supposed to be a D&D character and never got to play. So when I decided to get into VTubing and throw myself out there, it was just a natural fit. I didn't have to think twice. It was just Lorelei. Yes, it's kind of the name I've always wanted to have IRL. So that's me. I'm Lorelei.
There you go. And, do you have any plans on changing your IRL name to that?
So my middle name starts with the same letter.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have been tempted to at least maybe change that later on in life. It's a little hard because I'm named, as most middle names are, they usually come from like an already existing family member. So I feel like if I change it while that family member's around with us, they might be sad.
Yeah,
so
that's
maybe
fair.
later on in life, I would love to actually change my middle name at least to Lorelei. It really is a part of me. It's almost like getting a tattoo of something you love, but it's a part of you forever.
Lorelei Ligma Sylvatus.
Oh my god! Ban, bonk, bonk. Go away, ID 10.
I got you.
No, don't actually bonk him.
I think that works. Yeah, there we go. Timed out ID 10
Oh,
for
no!
10 seconds. Reason penalty.
For 10
10 yards.
Oh my god, you got bonked, Mr. Tenson, for 10 whole seconds. Now go to your room and think about what you did. Okay, welcome back. Oh my god.
See, so funny that you bring that up with like the name that you've always wanted. You're not the first person to have mentioned that on the stream. I've had my very first guest, which the VOD is lost to all of history, unfortunately.
Oh.
Her name is Banicula. She's a vampire VTuber.
Yes, I know her.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
She wants to change her name to Banicula, or just Bonnie. And she said, I think I can't remember what the goal is for her. I think if she hits like partner whenever she does, she will actually go and change her name. That was like one of the things that she wants to do.
Aww.
And it's cool. It's cool to think about because I did the same thing, technically.
Very lovely.
My real name is Iris. Oh, big shocker. You couldn't even have guessed
Whoa,
that.
whoa. I don't like this reality break. Can't look at you now.
Oh, sorry. I didn't spoiler tag this stream. My apologies.
Yeah.
Immersion broken. But I chose it because, well, it was the name that I liked a lot. And when I became a VTuber, I was like, how do I make this anime? Oh, ooh, Japanese, Irisu. Yeah, there we go. It works out.
Exactly, it's perfect.
Yeah, where can you go wrong with that? And then the first instance of somebody read my name as Irish, and there we go. Everything went downhill from there.
I've had people who don't know how to pronounce my name. My absolute favorite one is he's a world record speedrunner for the original Spyro game.
Mm-hmm.
He calls me Lorelei, and I love it.
That is
I've
cute.
never once corrected him because it just makes me smile so much.
that is a really cute name, though.
It is.
And you said that your concept was it was D&D inspired with the Spyro and everything, but you were meant to be a D&D character and then use that for this, or
I was supposed to be a wind, is it Genasi or Genesee? I can never pronounce it correctly. I was supposed to be an air Genesi and named Lorelei, and I had my favorite type of antlers and horns are ram horns, so the curly ones. So I was all decked out, ready to go, and then we never played a campaign. And what actually led to a Ghost Satyress, I had a dream a few months before I decided to get into VTubing. I had a dream that I was given a free house, like a mansion to live in, all expenses paid, even groceries. The catch was it was haunted between 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. every single night. Dozens and dozens of monsters and ghouls. Like the typical ones, like you got the girl, Samara from like Ringu and all this. But there was this glorious, and I mean glorious, 7-foot Satyress ghost, and she was gorgeous, and I love her. And the dream took an adult turn that I'm not going to get into right now. I may have commissioned artwork of this piece, but I'm not going to get into that right now. But I woke up completely like enchanted. I was like, who was she? Who was she? And I drew her immediately after I woke up. And I never gave her a name because I was like, no. I always draw my fawns and they're always Lorelei, but I'm not doing that because she's special. She was something else. I'm going to wait till I dream about her again and I'm going to ask her for her name. And I never dreamed about her again. And when I was coming up with the concept, one of my friends was like, well, you want to do you always do like a fawn or a satyr. Why not do the ghost one that you did? And I'm like, no, I can't do that. She is different. And they were like, well, what if that was a sign? What if that was literally like your mind giving you inspiration for your VTuber? I'm like, I never thought of it that way. So I reinterpreted her and that's how I became me. So it's a history. And I'm ashamed to admit that my design was initially started from a dirty dream.
You are the dream made manifest. Oh no.
Yeah! I'm so ashamed.
Well, it's cute. It's a cute, we don't have to talk about what happened, but
No, that's between me and unknown Ghost Satyress mommy. 7 foot tall. So part of my lore is I am 5'7", but ghost magic, I can grow up to 7 feet tall. So there's some interesting pictures of me just like picking up people and being Dami mommy.
Yeah, I hope you don't mind, but when I made the poster, I had a feeling you were much taller than me. So I shrunk you down a little bit. Yeah.
That is totally fine. Technically, I can fluctuate my height, so I could be whatever height you want me to be, baby. Just not 7'1". I cut it off at 7.
Yeah. That's the highest that you'll go.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't have a complex when it comes to my height, but 5'4", don't blame me for being a shorty, okay?
Yeah. Yep. Blah blah. 7'1" would be just ridiculous. Know, right?
Too tall.
Too tall.
Now, we talked about like what you do in terms of content, and you are an artist. You sent me some of the works that you've been working on, and here, let me pull it up on screen here because me being terribly procrastinator. Remember, that's me. Let me pull these up here. I have them all downloaded. At least I hope I did.
Yes.
I did. I got the ball in here.
Perfect.
Oh, except I didn't get the comm sheet for some reason. That is my bad.
Oh, I think it's because that one I sent through Discord instead of the Google Drive.
Yes, that is what happened.
We didn't go into Lore's Viking Warrior past. Oh, we'll get there, blah blah. Don't you worry. I'll talk about my past.
Yeah, we're almost there. I like to talk about the quote unquote real parts of VTubing because at the end of the day, you can have a model, you can have all this nice flashy stuff, but I think the most important person in this whole situation is the behind that model, behind that face.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think that's actually a good point because remember back when like Kizune Ai, they changed the actress behind her and that's how she lost a bunch of followers because the company thought, oh, you're here for the character like Miku or something, and then when they changed the actress behind her, everybody's like, no, we were here for the person behind it.
Yeah, what the fuck? We wanted this.
Yeah.
Okay, here's your commission sheet. I've covered myself up. Well, I'll hide for the time being.
Oh no! Yes. So as of today, I am going live with emote commissions. Ooh and ah. I have done a couple emotes here and there for people, but the commissions I've made each template. So all of those are handcrafted by me. Obviously, there's some inspired ones like the pet face, the Angie face. Those are ones that are very common across the VTuber sphere. But yeah, I'm very excited to post these. They'll be on my Ko-Fi, and I will be pinning the link to that on my Twitter.
Yeah, and actually, you can send that to me because I think I have you pulled up.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I again always prepared. That is my middle name.
Yeah, right. No worries. The Ko-Fi link is what you're looking for?
The Ko-Fi link and the Twitter link.
Oh, perfect. I can definitely do that.
Thank you.
Of course.
And then, of course, I will pull up here for you. Hide these comms, and I will bring up all of your other art pieces just to talk about them a little bit.
Yes. I would love... it's... Making art is literally the whole reason I got into this, so it's like... Sharing what I've made makes me really happy. I think most people can say that. I try not to have a lot of pride or ego in myself by any means, but... There's few things I do that just make me go like, haha, yes, I did that. There we go. There is the commissions page. And then the tweet just went live. I was waiting for the reveal. Let me grab that. Sorry.
No worries, you're all good. That's the power of Scuff, baby.
Hell yeah, let's go. There we go.
We operate on all of that. Now, y'all better go and retweet this, take a look, get your money, wallet out, whatever it takes, because
yes,
you get wonderful art like this 2D piece. 2D, the
yes.
character from Gorillaz.
Yes. Yeah, this is one of my favorites. I was trying, my best friend and I were trying to do art studies of Jamie Hewlett's art. We were going to be doing commission pieces together. She would draw Noodle and I would draw oh my god, I almost did ID 2D. I do that all the time. They're both blue.
Yeah.
But I was really happy how this one turned out. I thought I captured the blue baby boy pretty well.
Yes, it was very, very good. All right, we got the next one here. Boom.
No relation. Yeah.
This one's just cute. I love this one so much.
So, you have interviewed, obviously he's in chat right now, but you have interviewed in the past, ID10T. He is my partner in crime, and I just wanted to submit this cute little one. It's us on a date. And yeah, that was the most delicious strawberry shortcake I've ever had ever. And I can't speak for ID, but I know he really liked his mint chocolate chip ice cream as well.
There you go. Listen, I also enjoy mint chocolate chip. Any sweets really. They're for me. So.
Oh, now I want ice cream now. I should see if Baskin Robbins is open after interview.
I wonder, do they have, because I saw this, the Demon Core flavor. Just a little bit of that spicy uranium, if you know what I mean.
Your ass posted that today or yesterday, I can't remember, and I was like, oh god, ID's always talking about the Demon Core. I need to tag his ass. It's so funny.
I love that little thing. That little ball, you could toss it around, you could put a plate over it and throw it in the microwave.
What a cute little guy. He's just eepy. He's just an eepy little guy.
Eepy little fella. Listen, if you tuck them close to you and make sure you cover that with more metal, you'll definitely feel its warmth after a few hours.
Yeah. Scroungly boy. Oh my god.
We got this one here. Hopefully that drops on the right scene. Oh, it's huge. It's big.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, sorry. Some of these are going to be massive. Yeah, no this was my original costume. What I'm wearing now is part of my redesign that I re-debuted with for my 1-year anniversary. But I am my own VTuber mama. I did not make my 3D model because I am very illiterate when it comes to 3D art. But I did design my own character, obviously. But this is a little piece of my lore. I can cloak to appear human. Because I'll be honest, it was a little bit easier a couple thousand years ago walking around looking the way I do when I was hanging out in ancient Greece. But going down to the market in, downtown Chicago with your hooves flaunting it, people tend to get a little scared. So I can cloak. That is a human version of myself. And I don't like to wear shoes because I cannot lie. The sensation of human feet is exhilarating. It is the funniest feeling ever to me, coming from, hooves to these weird fleshy strangly bits, scronglies. I like it. I get kicked out of a lot of stores for it, but I like it. You humans are so silly. Lol.
I mean, on top of all that, if you were to, untransform and while you had a shoe on, it would just explode.
Right. Well, everybody knows, like, the Incredible Hulk. He has to wear those pants that stretch, like, 8 times their size. Otherwise, goodbye.
Yeah.
Goodbye, pants. Hello, dingle dongle. So, I guess gotta be careful.
They don't make stretchy, comfortable shoes, which, you know what? They should for moments like these.
Amen to that.
Okay, I'm gonna try to pull this one on, because this one is your Kiryu one.
Yes, so that one's probably gonna be massive. I export in really high. I'm sorry.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Oh my god! It's huge.
But
sorry.
I will hide the bottom half of this one.
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah, that one's not exactly TOS.
Yeah, it's fine.
You know what? For anybody who's interested, I'll repost this one on my Twitter, or you can check it out in my Discord.
Okay, my preview, like on my end, is showing it hanging out, but
luckily you're good. Okay,
yeah.
Stop there.
Yes.
There you go. Yes, this is one of my bigger pieces I've worked on. I had this done after Coco announced her retirement, essentially, graduating from Hololive. It's kind of funny, I wasn't into VTubers until I started VTubing. Even then, I only like to watch, like, you guys, like, indie people that I consider entertaining and friends. I don't watch a lot of the big ones. There were only 2 that I followed. Coco and Amelia Watson. I very rarely watch any of the big ones, but when I do, Ame still makes me laugh. And I miss Coco. I miss her energy. I do watch Kei-san, who's totally not Coco.
Oh, definitely not.
But I think this is a combination of the person and the character that, like, I fell in love with. But yeah, so this one's a little raunchy to NSFW for Twitch, and I'll gladly retweet this one, or like I said, I have it in my Discord server as well for anybody who wants to see some booty rocking everywhere. But I made this in time for her graduation and posted it on her final day, so I miss her.
I'm gonna make sure that I delete this one from the source, just in case I unhide that one.
Yep.
We have this one here. Although also very big.
Oh my god, how I'm so sorry. How do I keep managing to...
Oh no, it's fine. This is the way it is.
This is probably one of my favorite pieces I've ever made. Huge inspiration to me as an artist is Satoshi Kon, the guy who created Perfect Blue, Paprika, Millennium Actress, Paranoid Agent. He unfortunately passed away, I believe, at the age of 46 back in 2010. It hits me still to this day. I always have a glass of wine on his anniversary of his death.
Mm-hmm.
But he was a huge inspiration to me as an anime fan, as an artist, just as a storyteller. And Paprika is one of my favorites. I had this doodled as a tiny little chibi in a diary from like 2014. I shelved it away for years, and back, was this last year? This would have been probably like 2020 or 2021. I found that doodle, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to bring this to life. So I kept it a pencil-y, sketchy pencil look. I actually like that more than clean line art. But this is like, if I had to pick a piece I'm most proud of that I've ever done, this would probably be it. And I would hope that if he were around, or you know what, if he's a ghost wanderer in the world like me, if I ever stumble across him on the ethereal plane, I'd like to show him this, and I'd hope he'd be proud.
Yeah, I definitely think he would. This is an incredible piece of art. I've pulled it up on a separate screen so that I could look at all the pieces of it.
Yeah.
Very, very cute.
Thank you.
Set this up here, grab the next one. Bam, it's gone. Vanished.
Ooh, vanished like a ghost.
Okay, this one I'm in love with already because I love mushrooms and I love
Yeah.
fairies.
Perfect. Inktober. This was my rendition of Thumbelina. The prompt was fairy tale. So the first one to come to mind was Thumbelina. It was always a favorite of mine growing up, and I'm the same way. I like the fae and fairy aesthetic. And what better way to show her size than sitting on a mushroom?
Yeah, whenever I make it to like an art segment of any of these, I lose all sense of human capability to speak because I'm just like, oh yeah, look at that art.
Yeah.
It's so close, I could taste it.
Lick, lick.
Yes. Oh, it's so good. I love when artists share their stuff, or even if people share like the secret details with me.
Yes.
It's some of my favorite. Well, it is my favorite segment of all time.
Yes. Oh, somebody was asking for a Discord link. Can I message you the
Yes,
Discord
of
link
course.
if that's allowed? Okay. Let me go ahead. I'll copy that over and send it to you. Sorry. Hopefully, like, all this promotion isn't too much.
Oh, no, this is perfect. This is what we need.
There we go.
This is a showcase of what, you do as a content creator. And, that is all we need.
Yes. This is VTuber prom, December last year, and Mr. ID10 agreed to be my VTuber date for prom. And most people were commissioning art as much as I wanted to. I was broke, and I was like, I can do this. So that's our prom photo together. I'm very happy how the glow turned out in this one. I love the lighting source. I actually have one that has a better lighting source, but it's an NSFW picture. So again, you can see that in my Discord too. I wish I could have showcased that, but it was a definitely not allowed on Twitch. That's an OnlyFans exclusive. We'll put it that way.
Yes. You have it like 50-50. It either links to your Twitch account or it goes straight to that image.
Yep. And fun fact, I actually do have a version of this with my human form. I decided to go to prom cloaking at first because I was a little nervous and worried. But when I saw it was VTuber prom and there were monster girls everywhere, I uncloaked and it was fantastic.
Everyone here is just like me.
Yeah.
All right, we have
PDA gross. Blood.
Well, listen.
Yeah, pretty damn awesome.
Yeah, we love a little bit of displays of affection here. Like, that's nothing out of the ordinary.
Yes.
Okay, we have one of your warrior forms.
Yes, so this artwork was done by one of our forest family members, Cypus, which I would love to shout out because he is an absolutely stunning and incredible artist. But back when I was younger, in the 9th century, and I was still alive, actually, I left my home in Greece, and I traveled the world. And I actually stumbled across Scandinavian warriors, and I loved their culture. I loved who they were. They took me in without any question, and they taught me their ways of fighting. So I did train with some of the greatest Viking warriors of their time, and this is a photo rendition of me training and in battle. That's my armor, and I preferred long axes, also known as a pole axe. I did eventually adopt more of a halberd style, but that was not popular back in the day.
Yeah,
but yes,
that era.
in that area, yes. So I absolutely loved training with them. Very stinky, but the sweetest people you'll ever meet when they're not pillaging and stealing, villages' goods and stuff. And this is just another sketch, another angle of that. I'll just type in. Cypus is on Twitch. They are actually about to do a re-debut very soon. But again, fantastic artist and a dear friend of mine and also of the community of the Yimsuk Forest.
There we go. I've given them a shout out for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now that you've mentioned, what time you've come from,
Yeah.
why, how, how are you here? How are you still alive, dead?
Yes. Well, funny story about that. I'm not just a satyrs. I am a ghost satyrs. I was born in the year 510 BC. Or sorry, BC. 510 BC. I am the great, 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 great granddaughter of Pan from Greek mythology. Didn't really get along with him too much. That's why I took my other uncle's name, Sylvanus, as my last name. Pisses him off still to this day. We don't talk. But I just didn't feel right there. I didn't feel at home. So that's why I started traveling the world and just trying to find a place I belong. Like I mentioned, I found a home amongst the Vikings in Scandinavia. It's been so long. I don't remember how I died, but I know I did. Clearly. Very clearly I died because here I am, a ghost. So after that, I haunted some forests in the area and I just grew lonely. I wanted to find a place that I could call home because I spent my whole living life wandering around and not finding a home. So that's where back last year in 2022, I made a portal to my own sacred forest called the Yimsuk Forest, which is Norwegian for haunted. Very creative, I know. And the beautiful thing about it is that there are portals scattered around the world. And when you enter them, you get to come to my forest. It just so happens to be located kind of sort of in the Midwest of the United States, if you can't tell by the way I speak. But that's just where it is now. It's, it's located all over the world. It's fine.
Yeah, don't worry about it. That's not the part that matters.
Yes. So as of today's date, if you can still count my age even though I'm died, I am dieted. I am 2,533 years old.
God damn.
I know. Tell me, I don't look a day past 1,800.
Absolutely. It's done wonders on your complexion.
Dying early is great for the skin. For the haunted skin.
Zen saying, "Here I am, a ghost," title of Laura's musical biopic. And
Yes.
Buzz saying, the second song is, "I know I died, but I don't know how."
Pretty much, yeah. Well, after you go so long, all I can remember is that I did die around the 11th century. But after you've been dead for so many years, literally 10 plus centuries, you kind of, details, they get lost in the mix. There are more important things to worry about, like, what am I going to have for breakfast in the next century?
Yeah, you can't have the same thing every single day. You gotta change it all up.
Exactly.
Now, has there been a benefit to you dying? As opposed to, you weren't necessarily immortal, or amortal, I should say.
Yes. But as you know, mythological creatures, we do tend to live a little longer, and I was 128th part goddess, so that helped a little bit, just a tiny bit, extending that life span. I would say yes, because if it weren't for me losing, my more corporeal form, I suppose, and becoming a ghost, one, I definitely value people a lot more. I am a very lucky ghost. I get to be here and wander around where I can, but some people don't become ghosts. Others are tethered to certain areas. So I was very fortunate to be untethered to where I'm haunting. I'm not gonna lie. So I used to have, darker brown hair and more of a nice, like, olivey, peachy skin tone. I'm digging the blue. Being dead, I get a very nice color palette and a beautiful ghostly aura. But But I will say there are downsides. Like I said, I do have to cloak quite frequently when I leave the forest because not everybody's very accepting of a haunted being around them or something. And I can fluctuate my body temperature, but it can only go so far. So if you try to give hugs or smooches or wrap your arms around you and you're like negative 32 Celsius, people don't tend to like that. So
Yeah.
I can fluctuate my temperature, luckily, but it doesn't last very long. So I do miss having a nice warm body. But honestly, I like being a ghost. It's pretty chill, no pun intended.
I mean, you're quite literally glowing. So,
Yes, yeah.
and I didn't think I would meet somebody who has that same struggle of if someone were to kiss you. I mean, that lip is paralyzed.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep, you know the pain.
Look, I know that technically I could stop eating those ants, but they taste so good.
Right.
The side effect of being extra toxic, one of the most poisonous beings on the entire planet, that's just whatever. It's hearsay.
Yep.
Again, not important. You can still kiss me. But-
Luckily, I'm immune to poisons because I'm already dead.
Yes, shower me with them, please.
Yeah.
Well, see, even though that's the case, and it could potentially lead to death, it has not stopped anybody from continuing to try and kiss me. Many people.
I mean, fair.
They will never give up. To them, the paralysis of the lip, that's just icing on top of the cake.
Exactly. A little bit of tingle never hurt anybody.
And I guess it's just a light hallucinogenic, so whatever.
Yeah, so it just makes it better. Is all you're saying.
You know what? If you come up to me and you look me in the face and you begin hallucinating, I'm just that wallet's mine. I've earned that whole that whole section.
You're like, yeah, exactly.
Now, I wanted to backtrack just a little bit.
Yes.
Because I got ahead of myself because I forgot one of my favorite questions to ask is, and again, another doozy of a question. What does it mean for you to come home and get onto the computer and be Lorelei?
I honestly love answering this question. So ever since I was a kid, like literally 1 or 2 years old, I have made people laugh. I've wanted to entertain. I was making people laugh since I could walk and crawl. I did theater and entertainment and everything when I was younger and in school. It's such a good feeling to make others laugh and to do whatever it takes to get that smile out of people. And kind of coming home and becoming Lorelei there's really, when I break it down behind the lore and everything, I very much don't put on an act for anything. I am me. I do everything that feels natural. I don't fake my voice. I don't fake, like reactions. If I think something's funny, I'll say it even if I'm the only one laughing. Luckily, some of you guys have laughed with me too. But it gave me life again. I lost a piece of myself when I lost that ability to entertain people and make people smile. I never wanted to be like an actress per se, but I wanted to be an entertainer, if that makes sense. I loved acting, I loved singing, I loved dancing, even if I have 2 left hooves. Just anything to make people smile. But I never wanted to get into the entertainment industry. This has been an incredible middle ground because I've been able to be myself. I've been able to not feel held back by anything, like you would in any other entertainment industry. And I've had genuine positive responses from people. I just hit 350 followers. And the fact that even 10 people care and keep coming back for more is just incredible. Becoming Lorelei saved me in a lot of ways. It saved a piece of myself that I really thought I lost years ago. And it gave me that creative outlet, once again, that I didn't have. When you start getting older, out of your 20s, you start feeling like, well, if I haven't made it here yet, then I won't. I could say, obviously, like, just because you're not in your 20s anymore doesn't mean you're old, but it is such a feeling you have, especially for women. I feel like women, a lot of the time, for anything, as soon as you're not in your 20s anymore, you're used up and you're too old for this and that. And you see it all the time in acting and entertainment for anything. Guys are allowed to age gracefully. Women are not. We are not allowed to do that. So, again, being able to be me, who I am, and just do this is so incredible. I don't know how else to say it. It's just nice.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from there. And can we just talk about how, like, when you were growing up, everyone's just like, oh, when you hit 21, you can't learn instruments as easy, or you hit 21, you can't learn a new language as easily, and it's like, what the fuck?
Right. It's like, I think if you put your heart to it, yes, even if it becomes more difficult, saying stuff like that just feels like you have a ticking time bomb. Yeah. Should you start a language earlier in life? Oh, absolutely, because your brain is more malleable. It's Play-Doh. But it doesn't mean that if you don't have Japanese mastered by the time you're 16, that you just quit and give up. Yeah, I'm with you there.
Yeah, I find myself at the ripe age of 25. I feel like I am better off this age. Like, as I grow older, all of these things that I found difficult to process or tackle have slowly shifted into being more easy to understand as I've grown. Like, the wisdom, I feel like, is a huge part of knowledge that a lot of people just forget about. There is knowing, and then there's experience. And those
exactly.
One of those is more highly valued for life. At least. Maybe not for like business, for whatever.
Yep.
The best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is today. Exactly.
Yeah.
Do it
exactly.
now.
Mm-hmm.
There is no limit to your potential. A lot of people are like, you have so much, or no, I have so little. No, there's quite literally, you, under the guise of the human race, have unlimited potential. And it is just a matter of whether you have to work harder at it or not. Whatever life has thrown your way, and on top of all of that, there are circumstances that will not be able to easily be changed, but it can be different. It can change.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, that's my spiel. And I do that a lot. That's my thing. I spiel a lot.
No, I'm the same way. I get into motivational mama mode every now and then, so I feel you there.
Oh, goodness. Does that mean I'm a mommy? Oh, no.
You can be whatever you want to be, baby.
The last stream that I did, the pseudo re-debut, I told chat, like, oh yes, I'm the villain, I'm evil, and then I spent like the next 30 minutes being like, I may be like pretending to be a villain, but you guys, I really love you all. You are so cute.
I love you guys. Please don't be angry at me, woo.
I look scary. Look, this is just. Well, yeah, I guess I am scary looking in that case.
No worries. You're talking to a ghost. I'm not scared of much. Except for playing ghost games. Phasmophobia scares the hell out of me, ironically enough.
I feel you there. I have, honestly, terrified. The biggest chicken. Like, right here, you're looking at her.
Yeah.
I am, if I wasn't a frog, I'd be a chicken. That is literally. Yeah. Speaking of which, if you weren't a Satyress, or a Ghost, either one, would you have gone with anything else? Was there any other designs that you had in mind that you were like, yeah, maybe I could have done this for being a VTuber?
So that's an interesting question because I'm friends with actually somebody that you have interviewed on the past, Eotitis, and she is a shapeshifter VTuber. So she has multiple forms. She has like a slime girl, a moss bunny, firefox, dragon girl, of course. And I love different types of monster girls. I like slime girls. I like dragon girls. I like fae creatures. So sorry, I'm blanking right now, like a dryad, things like that. And it's kind of always been like it would be really cool to see what Lorelei would look like as a dragon girl. And I've drawn these up. I was actually going to share them, but they are nude, not like NSFW, but I draw nude before I put any clothes on. That's just what I do. So I couldn't put it in. But like, it's literally the same me. It's just, what if it was me changed? Same color palette, same hairstyle for what it can be. Just here's me with wood texture because I'm a dryad. Here's me with scales and a tail and different shaped horns because I'm a dragon. But again, I'm friends with EO, and I'm like, I don't want to step on anybody's toes. I'm definitely not going to turn into a shape-shifting VTuber, but it would be really cool to see what I would look like as other types of monster girls. That said, a dragon girl would be so cool, but my other favorite type of monster girl outside of a fawn or a satyr are succubi. I have a thing for succubus and succubi and demon girls, and I cannot show this on stream. I do in fact have a what you call a womb tattoo, a succubus tattoo, but it is covered by my clothing. I can't, like, I could technically show it because it's just like underwear. I'm not nude under here, but I'm not going to risk it because Twitch. But I do have my own succubus tattoo that glows. But yeah, I would definitely have gone with a succubus with ram horns, if not a fawn. So still sticking with the horny jokes, yes, I know. But like I said, ram horns are my favorite type of horns. I actually have a collection at home of different headgear that I wear to Ren fairs and stuff. But yes, that would have been my other go-to, would have been probably a succubus or demon girl.
Okay. I mean, I'm a big fan of succubus, succubi. A tiefling, give me some of that. We're not going to talk anymore about that because Lorelei's face is getting a little red behind the scenes. Okay. I was the one who was defeated with EO's interview. I was absolutely destroyed. Flush in the face the entire time.
Yeah, EO is incredible, but oh my god, EO is powerful. EO is a powerful foe.
Yes. And speaking of which, in regards to what you said about you're not wanting to step on people's toes, I will say that I don't think that exists because, well, I mean, obviously it does. Plagiarism's very real. But you can't truly be like, if I'm a frog and you want to be a frog, you're never going to step on my toes for wanting to be a purple poison dart frog. All the power to you. Obviously my design is going to be my own, and if you get close to it, that's different. But
exactly.
I had the same issue when I was making this show, Poison Points, because the inspirations that I drew from, for the longest time, I kept pushing it off because I felt like I was copying people. And then I learned that when you do enough of the thing that you like, and you take those things you were inspired by and mold them to be your own thing, now it's like, this is my show, and I can officially say this is the best interview talk show on Twitch. So let's go.
I agree. No, I know exactly what you mean though, because it's like, yes, you might, and that happens a lot for a lot of content creators, is you're usually inspired by one person in particular, I mean, heck, look at video game reviewers from 15 years ago. Everybody thought they were the angry video game nerd. And now you have these staples in the community who used to mimic that style, but then they were like, fuck that, I'm dropping that shtick, I'm just gonna be me. And now they're staples in the community. As far as like gaming community and interviewers. And it's the same with content creators and even VTubers. It's like you start off maybe trying to be somebody you're not, or copying somebody else, or emulating, not copy, but emulate. You emulate your heroes. But then as you get into it, you realize, oh, I am my own person, and I do bring something very unique to the table. We just don't always see it.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Blebla made a beautiful quote. I could be wrong. I think it was Blebla. The other day in my Discord server said that a butterfly doesn't know it's beautiful because it can't see its own wings. And I just thought that was a lovely, lovely thing. And it's kind of the same way. It's like you don't realize how much you bring to the table sometimes until you look in a mirror and you see what you've made, and you realize that you're not a copycat. You are an inspiration. You are original.
Yeah, exactly. And like for me, the turning point was actually, fun fact, the EO interview. When I finished that up and I was looking back over, I realized just how far I had come, even from that episode to the last person that was on, which I believe was, I think it was Moai of Knowledge. I was like, what the heck? Who am I right now? Like, this has gone far beyond what I even conceptualized in the beginning. And now look at me. Now I still procrastinate. I make everything the day of because I'm wild. But
of course,
I do produce content that I think is unique enough to say, hey, I wasn't copying Takahata or the secret lore that no one should ever know. And I promise I only copied one aspect of it. The Joe Rogan camera angles.
Oh, right. Well, but again, but like you said, that there's a difference between copying something that's like unique to one person and it just being an efficient way to do something. You know what I mean?
I know.
But yeah, I understand. I know what you mean.
Moral of the story, give butterflies tiny little hand mirrors to boost their ego. You know what?
Aww.
I like that. That's very cute.
That's super cute. Aww.
So let's touch back on a subject that you mentioned previously, that you don't know how you died.
Yes.
So, are there any aspects of that era that you were in that might have been happening that could have contributed to your death? Like, maybe not disease if you're immune to disease, any fighting that was happening back then?
Oh, absolutely. I was still fighting with my Viking family. Absolutely. I mean, heck, that was in the boost of Viking invasions. If I were to take a wild guess, I'm sure a lot of people know that England is a bastard. Has always been a bastard. They always try to take everything and think it's theirs. And the Vikings, we just wanted to take back what was rightfully ours, essentially. So I don't know who did it. I don't know where it was. But I know it was... I went out defending my brothers and sisters in arms. More than likely against the mutual enemy of the British.
I see. Okay. Well,
part of me wonders if I should go on a journey back to the approximate area and see if I can find some clues. But that's the lore of lore for another day.
Hey, maybe we'll see it in the future. Tune in.
Yes.
Follow.
Yeah.
Blebla believes their vote, their theory is that you were just clumsy.
There is a possibility that maybe I was just laughing too hard in a tavern and choked on a piece of pretzel or something. That is very possible.
Yeah, kick the seat back a little bit too far, you hit your head.
Exactly. Slipped on a bar of soap, conked my head into the bathroom floor. We don't know. But that's why we forget about it.
Well, see, the thing is, though, if it was a bar of soap, then someone had to have planted it, because those Vikings, as you described, were very sneaky.
Oh my god, you might be right!
The soap assassin?
I need the soap assassin. I need to look into this. I need to look into this, because you're very right. My brethren were very stinky. Soap was not welcome in our camp.
Well, that's a story for another time. It could have been an inside job. Here on Poison Points, we really get into the nitty gritty. No
Oh my
facts
God.
get past me.
You're giving me like 100,000 million years worth of flashbacks. Okay.
the PTSD is setting in. You're like, oh.
Yeah. And it's just flashes of like war footage and then a bar of soap.
Yeah. The theme I imagine is the Metal Gear Solid 5, the whoa, oh.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
Perfect. Clean death.
Yeah.
Shut up, blah blah.
Clean kill. I would usually say, I'm anti-pun, but we'll let that one slide for right now.
Oh, well, I just so you know, blah blah is nothing but puns, so be prepared.
Listen, I mentioned it last stream. My pun hatred is more like pun dislike, because I had a family member who would never ever stop punning. So it's like whenever someone puns around me, it's like
It's PTSD flashbacks of, oh god.
it's the exact same flashback you had, but instead of soap.
It was like that one family member is just like, pun you later.
And then I enter in the scene again. It's like, where was I?
Yes.
What interview was I a part of? Who are you?
Oh my god, yes.
Oh no, pun traumatic stress disorder. Now you're pushing it. You're pushing it a little bit too far.
God. Oh my god. They're not wrong though. My lips are sealed. My mouth is shut.
Now, I have a question revolving around the state of the world. As you've gone through, you died, you've got to see the world through new lenses.
Yes.
How has humanity fared in your eyes? Have they gotten worse, or are they the same as the Vikings of your age?
So, a lot of things in the world have crumbled. I'm not gonna lie. The world is not perfect right now, and some of the silliest things are going on just from ignorance or stubbornness. But that's stuff I've seen over many centuries. Stubbornness and ego are usually the downfall of any man or woman or child. But I think that camaraderie that we used to have within the Viking troops, a lot of people think that that's completely gone. They think not just chivalry is dead, but a community is dead. I think the most incredible thing I have seen in all of my centuries on this planet and keep going is that people really do adapt, and communities have adapted. I think the 2020 pandemic is a perfect example of that. Locked away, not allowed to see anyone, but we all came together on this incredible thing called the internet, and we made a community with people all around the world. Now you're not just friends with people that you met at your local high school growing up or in your neighborhood. You can be friends with literally anyone across the world. And I've seen some of the most powerful friendships and relationships and just bonds from people online. It's almost like the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb, or I think that's what it is. But yes, it's awesome. Obviously, some things have gone to shit. I think the biggest problem with it is a lot of people are a little bit more egocentric, a little bit more I've seen a lot of people who don't think the world revolves around anyone else but themselves. Again, that kind of hubris has been there since the dawn of man. But I think a lot of people don't realize how much that community still exists and sometimes is even stronger. It's just not where you thought it was. It's not that local church group down the street. It's a family that you create around the world. And I just think that's really cool. I'm proud of mankind for getting this far. I hope we only continue to progress with that kind of kindness and attachment to each other instead of watching it evolve, but backwards.
Oh, goodness. Intriguing. Okay. And even though you mentioned you are part one and oh my goodness.
128th.
Yes. I the number was in my head, but I was like,
Yeah.
what's the fifth of that one?
That was my little jab at making fun of any type of anime character that was always like the Mary Sue or the big guys. Like, yeah, you have the special power because you have the power of a god in your veins. And I'm like, yeah, I got 1/128th blood. What is this? Who's counting? A number's a number.
It's fine. It's okay.
Yeah.
Do you have an operating title like your ancestors before you?
That's a great question. Honestly, I was pretty low on the totem pole when I was in Greece. My mother was human. Some of my other ancestors, obviously Pan and his offspring, Sylvanas, they are full-blooded satyrs and gods. And well, if you know anything about satyrs, is that they're horn dogs. So I have many siblings and great other siblings out there, and cousins and all this. But unfortunately, I was never gifted with a title. It wasn't until I really left that family behind and found my own within the warriors and Scandinavia that I earned more of an honorable title, because I was a good warrior, and I was a good warrior, I was a good medic, I was a good healer, and I embraced that family. So while I have no official royal title, I definitely had higher rankings and honor amongst my found family than I did my original.
That's fair. Okay. Did they call you any like special nicknames after they found you? Because I'm not sure how that culture works exactly, but I from what I do remember, there was a huge emphasis on camaraderie and family.
Yes. So they had a joke term for me, which was Prinseska, which is princess in Scandinavian. So they called me that more mockingly because we talked about the soap thing, right? I like my soap, okay? I like not having muck and gunk in every crevice of my body. I already have hooves. Do you know stuff gets stuck in your hooves if you're not wearing the proper horseshoes for it? It's a mess. So, yes. They made fun of me because as much as I'm a warrior, I am still very feminine. I like my girliness. That said, I'm just grabbing the... Kanungar is... And I apologize if I'm mispronouncing it. It's been a very long time since I've been in ancient Scandinavia. Kanungar is a term of high honor amongst Vikings. That is like the highest title you can get. And it took me time to earn that title. I was not perfect off the bat. There's a reason they teased me calling me princess there as well. But by the time... Before my death, I definitely had a very high, honorable title given to my Viking family.
Very cool. Okay. So I am in the presence of not only a goddess, but royalty.
Well, royalty is a strong word amongst Vikings, but let's just put it this way. I have a gold star for accomplishment. I can't do a thumbs up. Thumbs up. My thumb's not working.
Yeah, my
Thumbs
thumbs don't
up.
work too well either. But the biggest of gold stars.
No, I left the goddess in me is very much just it's a drop of blood that just so happens to get me a couple places and make certain things a little easier to do. I don't consider myself any type of goddess or royalty. It's all just a hand me down from a family member I don't get along with very well these days.
I see. That is fair. You can't choose your family, but you can choose your friends. So
Exactly. Yes.
you tried something, but it didn't work.
Oh my god, blah blah.
You know,
Do you see what I deal with? Do you see what I deal with on a daily basis?
my condolences. But to be fair, I'm not going to make it any easier on you because I have something new that I've introduced to the show. That we were talking about a little bit, but you don't really understand the full scope of what this might be. So,
Okay. I am afraid.
let me introduce you to a new segment called Hypothetical Theoretical. No, it didn't work because everything's off. Hold on. Hypothetical Theoretical. There it is.
Hey, let's go.
Oh, we played it again. There we go.
Double up.
Yeah, double up. So, what this is, I have a tendency with my friends to always start off a conversation with, let's say, hypothetically, theoretically,
Yes.
this, and that. And it is completely rhetorical. There is no good answer to these questions, but I pose them to their dismay or frustration because I find it funny.
I'm ready. I am ready.
And I'm a little bit
Don't
of a
you
shitter.
worry.
So that is a name that has been, brought into this household for myself. The title I uphold is the title of shitter.
Like, oh, you little shit. Like that?
Exactly. Yes, that is me.
Perfect. All right, bring it on. I'm ready. I am so ready.
Everyone's gonna groan. So let's just say, hypothetically, theoretically, 3 Spheals, the Pokemon Spheal.
Okay.
They're all stacked up on top of each other. And they knock on your door, and you can clearly see through that eye hole that there are 3 Spheals stacked on top of each other. What do you do?
Oh, I would absolutely throw that door open and squeal and go "Whoop,"
All right, well,
and literally like run into them and like just start squeezing them and hugging them. That's pretty much what I would do.
now, are you aware of the Pokemon entry which details the
Oh no.
the Spheal's nature, their tendency to actually be scouts for Walrein? And when they sense prey, they will call out to the Walrein of their herd. I mean, have you considered, why are those Spheals knocking on your door? They aren't supposed to be here. They're supposed to be out wherever they are.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Well, then I would just say I lived a good life. It's worth it. It was worth it.
They're barking in your arms, and you're just cuddling them, and you're like, and then you hear the Walrein headed straight for you.
I just have a big smile on my face with a single tear just going down. I have no. Maybe that is why I died, because I don't have any filter. I would see them, and instead of thinking, "Oh God, what are they doing here?" I'd just be like,
You flash back again. This time it's the bar of soap, but then it pans over slightly to the 3 Spheals with the top of each other.
I'm learning a lot of things about my past today.
For some backstory of this question, I saw an image on Twitter, which unfortunately I was unable to find again because CEO or SEO, sorry, doesn't work the same with Google searches and Twitter. But it was literally just a picture of a door opening, and 3 Spheals were stacked up on top of each other. And the caption of it was, what do you do? So I brought that question to my group, my friend group, and they were angry with me. They were so pissed when I was like, "But they're gonna kill you. They're going to eat you. They're nefarious little bastards."
Yeah. Oh my god. Well, it's like with like the Drifloon. Like the Drifloon is still one of the most terrifying Pokemon ever because I'm just like, it literally abducts children. Excuse me? What? Oh my god.
Or mimic you. You know, if you try to peer underneath what's under the costume, they drag you in and steal your soul.
Yeah, no thanks.
See, I like the Spheal one because like of both of those, the Drifloom and the Mimikyu are ghosts. You know, it makes sense for their lore, but you know, they don't really talk about like what do these Pokemon hunt, right? Like how do they?
Yeah.
That was
right.
I looked into it, and of course, I found the one Pokedex entry that confirmed that you should not let those Spheals into your room.
Well, I didn't let them in. I ran out, so haha.
Okay, you win this round.
Points still doesn't matter. I'm dead as a doornail. I am food.
You have the benefit of being dead, so you're fine.
Exactly. He'd eat me up, and I would just like phase through his tummy, be like, "Well, that was kind of naughty."
And then they leave. You know, that's all they wanted. They wanted that one eat, the one snack.
The chomp.
Yeah, the chomp down.
Nom. Yummy.
Now the flashback ends, and then you have the whole tusk in your chest, and then you're like, "Oh, that was weird," and then stepped out of it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, cool, thank you.
Oh.
All right, well, thank you for answering my silly little hypothetical theoretical question.
Of course.
All right, I think this would be a great opportunity for us to take a really quick break, grab a snack, get some water, fill up everything that we need.
Absolutely.
At this point, I would like to open up questions to chat. If anybody has any questions for Lorelei, go ahead and hold on to them. Don't ask them quite yet because they might get lost in the chat scroll. But if you have a question you'd like to ask, we will ask it when we come back.
Absolutely. I'm so excited.
All right, we will see you all in just 1 minute. right, everyone? We are back.
Oh, yeah, it's been a long day. Thanks for having me. I'm gonna take a little ghost nap.
You can't do that yet. No, that's not allowed.
Oh, not allowed.
Not allowed.
Bonk.
No.
Bonk, bonk.
I have a lot of questions for you.
Mhm.
Oh, yes, I forgot to mention. Squirrel, it's happy to see you here today. Fun fact, one of my inspirations for Poison Points was actually from Squirrel, who was the first time that I ever showed up on a stream in my full form.
Ah,
We were just about to
I'm excited.
We were just about to ask Laura questions that you, as a
Yes.
chat, can feel free to ask. So if anybody has any questions, then I'm sure Laura would be happy to oblige you.
Yes, absolutely. I am excited. Very, very excited.
And also, hello, Bandit. So, Soma asks, is there a time frame where you will consider any other avenues or careers? Similar to Ludwig's 5 years of content before he chooses to continue or retire.
I don't have anything in place other than I'm just going to keep doing what feels right and what feels natural. I've had a couple burnouts in the year. I started March of 2020, so I've been going for about a year and a half now, just about. And I've had a couple burnouts, but they haven't been because I hate doing what I do. One of them I got stuck in a little bit of a rut because I'm trying to think, what game do I play? I got into a kick where I was playing nothing but horror games because I don't like horror games. People like seeing me scared. Honestly, though, a lot of horror games out there are not very good, especially ones with like good, decent scares to them. There are good ones, but I like psychological horror,
Ooh.
not jump scares. I think jump scares are sad and pathetic, but they're the most common.
Yeah.
So for a while there, I burnt out because I was like, I don't know what to do. And ID and a couple other people helped put me back on track. They're like, do what you want to do. That's why people are here. You're feeding too much into the content of what you think they want to see rather than what they're actually there to see. And the most recent one was May and June. I did not stream a lot. Maybe literally I can count on one hand. And that was due to mental health. I consider myself a bit of a mental health advocate. It took me a very long time in my life to get to a point where I had to admit that I was neurodivergent, admit that I had a form of a mental disability, and that I needed proper help to treat it. Because you get to a point where you think you've done everything, and then you realize the one thing I didn't do was ask for help. So that's still a journey I'm on, and I do have crashes where you can't even get out of bed in the morning. My eventual goal, while I did not start this to make money, I did not start this to quit a job and become big. I don't want to be on Hololive. I like me. I like Lorelei Sylvanas. If ever I got offered anything big, it would have to be through a company that respects me and doesn't want to rebrand me. I would not mind taking this further to the next step. I would love to be able to entertain people and have fun. I just want to make as many people as I can possibly make smile. Getting somebody to laugh is the best feeling in the world. And knowing people clip me and they laugh at jokes I make or come back to moments is so refreshing. So 5 years, I don't know if I'll be here in 5 years, I'll be honest. It also kind of depends at what point will VTubing become a thing of the past? You know, are we just a fad of the now, or are we something that is going to continue to grow and become recognized as something more important? I don't know. But as of right now, I don't plan on going anywhere. I would love to continue to grow and meet more people. So we'll see. Hey, if I could quit a entry-level gig and be a VTuber, if I could be an anime on the internet and get paid for it, I'm not gonna say no.
Preach it. Oh my god. What do you do for a living? I'm an anime girl.
I'm an anime.
Anime. You probably heard of me.
Yeah.
And then they look at you like, what?
Excuse me, do you know who I am?
And then they kick you out of the restaurant.
Yeah, yep.
Fermi asks, when you were designing the model, what aesthetic references did you pull from?
So with my original outfit, I was going for. We had very heavy Greek and Roman inspirations as far as patterning go, and nothing other than the rune. Well, no, even the runes are technically Nordic, but it was very subtle things. So some of the patterns that were in my old outfit were off of like Greek pottery from around the century I would have been born and alive and like an active, like living creature. Honestly, the actual aesthetic of the outfit itself, like taking away patterns and stuff, I've always just really loved like belly dancer outfits, you know. So like the beautiful elaborate tops, usually with like dangly shiny things, and then the skirt with like the belt. Actually, I'm gonna do this really quick if that's okay.
Yeah, I'll give you a...
There we go.
Boom.
There we go. So this is my, I'm so small. This is my current outfit. I kept, honestly, between this and my original outfit, it's almost exactly the same as far as the actual shape of it goes. I have my tattered loincloth and my nice leather thong underneath. I have my belt and I have my torn tattered skirt as well as my top. The only things I really changed were the aesthetic. I wanted to lean more heavily into my Swedish and Scandinavian roots. As of behind the VTuber, my grandma was from Sweden right off the boat. So a lot of my inspiration for my lore and who I am comes from her. And she passed away shortly after I started VTubing. So that's one reason why I've actually more switched from Greek to Scandinavian. But redesigning, I just wanted to lay into actual jewelry or patterns that would have been popular or seen at that time. So yeah, that's kind of that story there. Part of it is I just like the aesthetic of like belly dancer looks, and the other part is actual when, let's put it this way, when your best friend IRL is both a history major and a costume designer, you sit down with her and we get some really interesting things. Every little piece of my old costume had a story behind it because she's the one who designed it fully. And then with this one I wanted the same aesthetic, but I switched to Scandinavian.
Super cool. That is, I can see it. It radiates coming from your model. That, like, the amount of detail that went into this. It's cute, sexy, and so good. I love it.
Thank you.
Bleble wants to know, how did you become so awesome? And follow up to that, how can I, a mere mortal, try to become as awesome as you?
Blah blah. For one, I was maybe. How do you answer this question? Uno reverse card. That's my answer. Uno reverse card. Right back at you. Blah blah. Wink. No, I'm just me. I think the important thing about one of the things I've seen in this community, a lot, and I don't mean to critique anyone who does VTubing at all. Entertaining people is hard. You can't just turn on a camera and expect dozens and hundreds of viewers. You really have to learn how to talk with people and to people. But you also don't want to be stiff and not natural. There's a fine balance of performance and being natural to it. I won't claim I've perfected that at all, but there is a reason that VTubing and things like this just come really naturally, because I don't try to pretend to be something I'm not. I just be me. Like, I'm just natural. I don't... Before I started, I legit thought, maybe I should do a character voice. Maybe I should do, like, a kind of a tsundere attitude with a character voice. I am so glad I didn't. That would have lasted maybe a stream and a half. That's a no. And I think some of the problems. There are good character VTubers, do not get me wrong. This is obviously not a dig at everybody, but I've noticed that a lot of people are afraid to be themselves, and I think that can help. So Blah, you're awesome. You don't need to try to improve on that. You're already puntastically awesome.
See, I brought this up because, it made me think of it. Nobody's born cool, except, of course,
Memers!
we're
Yes!
memers. Yeah, we are memers. So that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Oh.
So good.
Zen wants to know if me and Blah were to them specifically, not me.
Oh my god.
If me and Blah were to have a pun fight to the death or till it's time for bed, who would you root for to die, and who would you root for to go to sleep?
Oh my god. What is this is what happens when I advertise me being on your interview. These guys pop in. Okay. Pun fight to the death or time for bed. Who would you root for to die? Why would you guys die from a pun fight? What is happening right now?
You know what this is, Lorelei? This is a hypothetical, theoretical.
I mean, you're not wrong, unfortunately. God damn it. Blah, you can die from pun death because then you'll be a ghost and you get to hang out with me. And then Zen, you can go to bed because it's past your bedtime. Go to bed. Shoo. I know what time zone you're in. Go to bed.
There you go. Good answer. I like that answer.
It's a lose-lose no matter what.
Spyro wants to know, if you had to pick a genre of game to dive into for the first time, what would it be and why?
Ooh. I don't know if Spyro's still here for a follow-up, but I guess I'll answer it both ways. Do you mean like a genre I've never touched before and I want to try, or one that I like and I would love to experience that over again? You know what I mean? If I could jump into it for the first time again.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, Spyro. One you've never done before. Okay. I am playing my first... So we actually had a big argument on stream, or not argument, but debate of what is a Souls-like.
Oh,
Like,
yes.
what kind of game is a Souls-like? And I tend to stay away from direct Souls games, because I don't like that kind of difficulty. I don't like getting super angry and pissy at a video game. I get very angry and pissy at video games a lot, but those are at least games I want to play. I'm playing Remnant 2 for the first time, and that's a couple friends of mine are guiding me through it as quote-unquote baby's first Souls-like. So that's actually something I'm jumping into for the first time, but it's hard for me to say because it's a third-person shooter, which I play anyway, so it's like, does that count? The other one I would say, I've never liked card games. Like Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh!, or deck builder games. But I have been recommended some deck builder roguelikes, which I love roguelikes. So I actually do want to dive into those and see how that goes. Because I am just not a deck builder person at all. That's not my thing.
Yes.
So I'd like to... Oh, headpads. I would love to actually try that and maybe start with a combined genre, like card game and roguelike, and then move into the specific genre. So yeah, I'd be willing to try a deck builder. It's just not one that I'm eager to jump into just yet.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Deck building, deck builders are difficult because there's a lot of, you kind of got to have that pre-knowledge of what you're going into. And if it's the roguelike one, you don't get any pre-knowledge at all. So
yeah, exactly.
You are dealt what you have, and if you have like the idea of what your deck can give you, I guess that's different. But
yeah,
I've known some that are just like, oh, here's a random effect. You have no idea when this is going to happen.
Yes, exactly. I feel like it just has too much studying behind it that you have to know every card in existence because now you got to know how to counter that card. And I don't got time for that.
Magic the Gathering player right here. Yeah, you gotta know a lot
Yeah.
of that stuff.
Yup. I attempted in college. I did not get past my first session because I was like, my brain just fizzled out. I can't do this.
Well, I mean, it's quite simple, really. When you begin your turn, you go into your upkeep, and then your untap, and then your draw step. And then while you move from your draw step to your first main phase,
Oh my god.
magic is deceptively complicated.
4 hours into it.
The new card, Star of Destruction, I think it's called, is insane. Is that a magic card?
Oh god.
Because I've not heard of this
Oh
one.
lord.
There is a...
Oh boy.
Sorry, I didn't nerd out a little bit. There is a card called Star of Extinction, I believe. Yeah, that's a fun card. Or do you... Zen wants to know, do you own Loop Hero?
Loop Hero? No, I do not. I haven't heard of that one before.
I vaguely know of that one. It is... Isn't it like a... It's fast-paced, but... No, I'm actually thinking of a 1 Minute Hero. Never mind.
Oh, I do know. Yeah. What is it? It's like 60-second hero or something, or 30-second.
Yeah.
Like there's one where literally you have like 60 seconds every round to get further and further into the game.
Yeah. I think that one's Half Minute Hero.
Yes,
yeah,
half minute.
It takes over. It's over the course of like 30 seconds, but things stop time and add time, and then you can increase your time, whatever. Like if you lose time, yada yada.
Yes,
lots of random, wacky, fast-paced fun. I think it's great.
Yes.
So I'll take that as a no. Lore does not own Loop Hero.
Yeah, I'll take a look into it though. I'm always happy to look into new games.
It's a roguelike deck builder. It's free on Epic right now. Get it. That's an order.
Oh, okay. Perfect. I will definitely do that.
Is that star card you said the one that destroys the land, then 20 damage to everything except the players? Yes, that is the one.
Oh, God.
Star of Extinction is not a great card, but it is a lot of fun. Yeah, I love that card. I actually have a deck that I'm going to be building that abuses that card. Sorry,
God.
Nerding.
That sounds... Oh my god, that sounds horrible.
All right. So, we've reached the point of the interview, Lore, where I have 3 massive questions for you.
Yes.
And I hope that you're ready for this, because this is the penultimate. Like, this is what sends us off for the rest of the stream, and ultimately, what the next interview we will get when we get to them. So, my first question for you is, if you could ask the next interviewee anything, what would you ask them?
Do you have a particular scent or sound that is very nostalgia triggering for you for happy memories? And obviously feel free to word that however, but like, for example, like when you smell gingerbread and you instantly get teleported back to Christmas of whatever year when you were 6 years old. Like, just things like that. I love knowing what people associate like smells or tastes with certain parts of their lives. Hi, Sophia! I wish you were streaming, I'd raid you.
I like this question. This is very sweet and cute. Yes. And second question, although I know you did send me the image of this one. If you were a drink at the bar behind you, what drink would you be? And what would you name yourself?
Yes. Okay, so I came prepared for this one. Ahem. So, I would be, and I'm gonna botch, I am so sorry. It's been a couple 100 years since I've spoken any Swedish, I apologize. But it would be called the Virvlande Dima, which translates to swirling mist. And, or you can also call it the Lorelei. That's also acceptable. But it is a martini, and it is made with a sweet white chamomile infused vermouth, some vodka splashed in there, and then it has a kiwi puree and just a touch of fresh pomegranate syrup made in-house. You have the chamomile there that symbolizes rebirth and continuing on, and a little nod to the pomegranate being the fruit of death.
Fair enough. And you actually sent me an image of this one.
Yes.
Pull this up really fast for us. I really like this. The Lorelei teenie is very cute. There it is. This is a very,
Yummy,
very
yummy.
beautiful color.
I want to drink me up.
I would drink this in a heartbeat. This is actually one of those things where I would drink one and then I'd get another because it tasted so good, and then I would have forgotten that I drank the last one. And I would keep going until I'm eventually blacked out.
Yup, pass TF out.
It is quite literally all of the flavors that I like, all put together.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I really want to try that now.
yeah, make sure that you write this down and bucket list it for the next time you do go out, or you're able to purchase the ingredients for yourself.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, my final question is, who would you like to raid?
So, gosh, there were a few people that I had in mind, but a lot of my friends don't stream on Tuesdays, but there is one. A dear friend of mine, Emrys Estilo, sorry. I always want to say yo because it's one L, not two, and it's Spanish, so I always say it wrong. Emrys Estilo. They are playing Ghostwire Tokyo right now, and they are a huge reason why I actually still continue to VTube today. They are a dear friend I met in the community who I've actually become friends with IRL. So like, see guys, you can make your own family sometimes. You can find those ones that just are amazing to you and stick with them.
Oh, yes.
But yes, I would love to raid Emrys. Their pronouns are they, them, and they are amazing.
Perfect. And we will give them all the love in the world. I just want to say thank you, Lorelei, for joining me on this stream. I appreciate it so much that you've taken the time out of your day to just meet with me and chat a little bit about goofy things.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. I was so happy to see you reach out, and we actually wanted me on the show, and hopefully I didn't disappoint.
Oh, never. I've never had a moment where I've been disappointed on this show. I don't think I ever will. 'Cause
Yes.
my favorite thing is lore. I love lore. And, well, your name is Lore, so that works well.
The lore of lore.
Yeah, the lore of
That's what we
lore.
call it.
If you all haven't already, make sure that you go and follow Lorelei. Speaking of which, Laura, when are you going to stream next?
Oh, yes. So I do have, a couple announcements. One, I usually stream on Thursdays and Saturdays, so I'll be back Thursday. Tentative on what I'm going to do. I might do some more art if I get emote commissions. I might play some more Spider-Man, so you'll just have to tune in and find out. Also, I know we posted the Discord link earlier, but Cypus, the other artist that I had mentioned, and I are hosting our first art community day that's going to include art lessons to start with, and that'll be this Saturday in our Discord server. So if there's any artists in the chat that are interested in that, it's basically going to be first 20 to 30 minutes is a lesson, and then after that we all just share our screens or webcams and we show whatever artwork we're working on that day. All mediums and all artists are welcome. And then of course the emote commissions are live as of right now, so yay. But yes, so the next time I'm streaming will be Thursday, probably around 6 p.m. Central Time, and it'll be a coin flip. We'll see if it's going to be video games or art.
Perfect. And again, go ahead, make sure that you better follow her, because I'm going to be mad if you don't.
Thank you. Let's see if we can hit my goal of a 500 by the end of fall, right?
Yeah,
By the end.
you guys have like an important task in front of you, and it's to get her to 500. You know what? Make it 700 by fall.
Oh my gosh, that would be insane. But thank you, seriously. I appreciate everything that you've offered to not just myself, but every other VTuber in the community that you've interviewed and helped bring a platform to.
Thank
You are very appreciated.
Thank you so much. I do my best to stay humble, but you know, you can keep the praise poured on you. But I do appreciate
It doesn't hurt. Of course, of course.
I also just found out why none of my alerts were working. So cool. My
sweet.
bad. We learned things brand new. During this time, everyone who has followed, which has been a lot of people, surprisingly. You have Wonder, Sleepy Boy, Salary, Evie, Oldaz, Maslam, Sophia Igdosi, which I do recognize your name, and Mecha GM. Thank you all so much for the follows over the stream, and sorry that the notifications were off. That was not my intent. And, well, now Zen Paladin, which I guess they haven't been fixed, so this is the life I lead, the Scuff Queen.
Yay! It's all good. You're okay.
All right, here is the raid message, which I have changed. And let's make sure that we send love over to Emrys. Yeah. Do you have any parting words of wisdom for us, Lorelei?
Don't slip on soap in a Viking bathroom. You'll probably die.
And it was the Spiels.
And it was the Spiels.
The Spiels did it.
I'm not a motivational speaker. What can I say? No, my biggest takeaway from who I am and everything I do is you can build your own family within a community. Don't feel like you're ever alone. We can't choose our family from birth, but we can pick the ones that we want to make our own family. That's a huge part of what I am. That's why my close friends and everything is called the Forest Friends and the Forest Family. I'm all about finding that place where you belong. So, okay, I'm all done, I promise.
Perfect and beautiful. Let's I'm gonna get some music going here as we send everyone off, and we will see you all next time on Friday.
Bye.
I won't tell you who I'm interviewing because that's a secret, but
Ooh, super secret.
goodbye everyone and have a great night.
Bye.